Welcome back to Command Block Survival. I want resin today, so I'm really hoping that this pale garden I found actually has some creaking hearts in it. I haven't explored it yet. I just flew over and then, set up a quick access way to get there. And I'm hoping to get some of the other goodies here. So last time we got like the wood, the saplings, we got the moss, but we did not get these things. Is this hanging moss? That's a carpet? What is going on? Hang on. Okay, I have some bone meal here. I was going to use it for the eye blossoms because I'm pretty sure you can get eye blossoms. Oh, so it can only go up that high. That's pretty cool, though, that it's like on the side of a block. It's almost nighttime. Perfect. So, oh, yes, the eye blossoms. Oh, I want so much of this stuff. And it's nice to know that they're, renewable. Did you hear that? Sounded like a creaking noise. I'm not even like making a pun there. It sounded like creaking, like a tree was creaking. You saw that. Oh, there's a bunch of eye blossoms nearby. Is that how you like spot them? Okay, so how do these guys work? Because I want to make a farm today to get resin. And as near as I can tell, you sometimes get resin if you hit these guys. Wow, you have to be looking really far away for them to move. That's so creepy. I look back and he's staring at me. Oh, look, that creaking's moving. That's weird that... Oh, now he freezes. Whoa, this one looks bigger. Oh, wait, that's Pokemobs. That's a command block thing. Cool. So I thought there was a chance to get resin when you hit them. I don't... Oh! Hello, tiny zombie. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, they move really fast. Oh, is this resin? Whoa there, Speedy McGee. Okay. Oh, so this is maybe there's a creaking heart in there. Is that what that resin means? All right, let's try killing this guy. Because he is probably going to kill me otherwise. Whoa. I thought I heard another one. Wait, how much health do they have? Is he taking damage? I can't even tell. I'm going to guess I'm not doing damage. Obviously, I haven't looked up stuff like at all, basically, so that it's all new and fun. But, man, he really gets moving. So these, I think, are really what I'm after. Aha, there's the creaking heart. So what happens if I break this while this dude is alive? Wait, do I have silk touch on my axe? I do. Whoa, that is a cool animation. Super awesome. All right, we have a creaking heart. And it has no colors, which is making me a little concerned. All right, I'm going to try and get as many of these as I can get. Oh, I was wondering what happens during day. So I've noticed, okay, everything that has, whenever there's resin clumps on the outside, there's a creaking heart. So that's a really easy way to spot them, it seems like. Also, I'm getting a ton of resin already, which is great because I think you need them to craft the creaking hearts. Whoa. Whoa, that looks like marble, except for it's way easier to get. Oh, I like that texture a lot. I did that on accident. I was going to try and eat food. I didn't know that I was full already, and I just... Whoop. Huh. Oh. It just turned off. Okay. So I'm kind of curious. We have a creaking right here. And I'm wondering what happens if they go through a portal, right? Because, like... Is he already at a max range or something? I don't think he can go further. Yeah, if I turn around here... Yeah, you can see him move, but he... Oh, yeah, you can see their animation, too. That F5 trick is kind of cool. Got him. Oh, wait a second. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, so I was leaving one for like a natural one just in case. Oh, every time. Dude, these guys are invulnerable. You could use them like a damage shield or something. But like, I didn't put those resin there. Oh, you saw that. How far does it grow? Every time. Okay, I think I see how the farm works now. Oh, it does grow down more than 1 block. So we can probably push that off with pistons, I'm assuming. Oh, it's daytime. Oh, you can only harvest it at night. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Oh, while we're going back, I want to show you something kind of cool. So I made ice paths very recently just for that pale garden. And I put on this sort of cool brake system where it's just like, it automatically slows you down because you hit regular blocks and then you can go off onto the little side pathways. It's like, let's see. Oh, I don't want to go that way. I'll keep going, you know? So there's a couple things I want to test. This is my mob farm. We're going to turn this off because we need pitch blackness. So I brought the night vision. So what I'm curious about is A, does this work if it's dark? Or does it have to be nighttime? It kind of looks like it has to be nighttime. Oh, now this is interesting. This still isn't spawning anything. Does it need to be up 1? Oh, wait. So then can we put them next to each other if it's the correct height? Okay, so we can have a farm that's totally full of these guys. Wait. Oh, that doesn't work. So they have an orientation. Okay. So next thing we need to see is how their spawning works. I'm looking at this clock to see when they're going to spawn. It should be in the next like 10 seconds here. So I want to see, is it like sightline controlled or can the creaking spawn like over here? You know, is the only valid spots those two? Because that would be the ideal for making a farm, right? Oh. And this is where we could get some problems. So, do magma blocks damage him? No. Well, good thing I have a backup plan. Oh, is there a cooldown? I thought it was a chance-based thing, but if I wait for the particles to disappear? Yeah. Okay, we're going to need to calculate that in, probably. Unless we're just doing so much damage, it doesn't matter, I guess, but... Now, I don't know what the most efficient way to do this is, but I was thinking to myself, how is the quickest way you could damage something without damaging it? Because I was like, I don't know if it actually, you know, injures them or not. But snow golems, I think, would be our friend here. That does not look like it's working. Snowball's stopping like out here. That's weird. Oh, is it only player damage? That would be a bit diabolical. So we have a double problem, both the spawning and damage. While I think about that, I was figuring let's take a look at this trim that I think is possible. Ingot or crystal. Is this not a trim? I thought you could trim with this. That's part of the reason I was so excited. Wait a second, I went to the wiki to look it up. And before I even got it, in the drop-down menu, it showed a resin brick. And I'm assuming, A, it can be cooked, and B... Oh, it doesn't show up. Yeah, okay, so we got some sort of resin bricks here. Can we use this? Yes! Oh, look at that orange. Oh, that is cool. You know, the reason that I was using the rib trim is because this is the only way to get that color of orange before resin bricks. Now I can use any trim I want. Oh, and it even looks better on this. Oh, well, that was an expensive test. I had to change a couple of them because I didn't like them. And I was missing one of the ones I wanted, Tide. So I ended up with the Flow for the pants and the boots. And I have Coast for the head, and I don't usually wear my chest plate, although it would be Snout if I did. It's a little weird because I'm more used to the subtlety of rib, so we'll kind of just try it out for this episode, and I don't know, see if I like it. So while I think about the resin farm, we're going to switch gears here to the thing we were working on last episode, our gold farm. And in particular, its issue of a distinct lack of zombified piglins because of a lack of thunder. Thunderstorm, thunder and lightning, you know what I mean. Yeah, so last episode, there was a comment here by Leslie suggesting that we make some sort of trade-off for lightning. And there was a few suggestions both by her and some other commenters, Tater and Max. And ultimately, the consensus was, it's a pretty powerful effect, we should be careful how we add it. And for me, not only difficulty is important, but also having it make sense. So if we want to create a rainstorm, we want to have something that maybe could blow a storm in, for example. Additionally, I was thinking about maybe having an evoker like summon a storm somehow, or potentially having like a charged creeper like dissipate its energy into a thunderstorm. Now, before we decide on one of those options, I want to give you a little demonstration of what rain is like in this game, and in particular, how it affects thunder. So for a moment, imagine that this red torch is thunder. Okay, now imagine it. I wanted the delay to be a little bit longer. So whenever the torch is on, thunder is on in quotation marks, and whenever it's off, thunder is off. But a thunderstorm doesn't actually happen unless this lamp turns on. And you'll notice, no matter what, this thunder is not making a thunderstorm. And that's because both the thunder check and the rain check have to work. So we'll make the rain check shorter here. And now, periodically, both of these will be off and the lamp turns on. And whenever the lamp turns on, like I said, that's a thunderstorm. And here's sort of the key point here. If we can turn on rain on purpose, thunder is inevitably going to happen more. Because basically only the thunder check matters at this point, right? Obviously we turn that off and then it goes back to the whole system, and then thunder is a little bit more rare. So basically we only need a partner skill that creates rain, which is why I'm leaning toward the breeze. So first we need a breeze. What? Oh, that's interesting. Do all projectiles bounce off? Oh, they do. I did not know that. I've ignored this problem for quite a while. I've been able to get away with it too. That damage was me hitting the wind charge back at him, by the way, not the egg hitting him. So some entities dodge projectiles, like the breeze or the Enderman. So basically we need special logic to sort of track and see the breeze. And the problem is this right here. Oops. Let's say that we check for something that is at least 2 blocks away. See how I totally missed that? And it said caught. There's some inconsistencies with this method. Oh, and it said caught twice there, which is, you know, real cool. I really hope this works, because I only have 2 ender balls that were in my ender chest, and I don't have the stuff to craft anymore. How do you feel like cooperating? He cooperated, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, I was gonna put him on my team. I can't, oh. Okay, so we can still do it in the same basic test. So the point I was trying to make earlier is like, sure, you know, we have a breeze and we have a great idea, but like, how do we trigger this great idea? Like, you know, what button do we press? Not to mention, you know, we need a cooldown, right? This is going to be a pretty strong ability. And then I was like, wait a second. I think we can solve both of those with one sound. So this was actually inspired by Tater's comment when he was talking about using the horn to trigger the rainstorm. And what I'm curious of is there enough information in here? Yeah, see this instrument? If we could change that to a breeze sound, this would be perfect. So now what happens is if we add the breeze to our team, we get a horn here. It says breeze skill needs to be in water. So that leads me to my next point here. How are we going to make this make sense with the breeze? This might be tricky to demonstrate. You can see it says needs more water now in the actual horn. And if I can coax the breeze into the water, which by the way is very difficult because it won't teleport to me if I'm in the water. So this sort of adds to the difficulty. Oh, yeah, so this is incredibly tricky, and that's actually kind of part of it here. So if we can get the breeze into the water, I will admit I'm liking these armor trims. So if we get him into the water and we do a goat horn, I realized I forgot to add a command. Okay, so I think he's low enough in the water that this will actually work. Why isn't it raining? What? So we have this check for the breeze that checks if it's in water, and I was doing that check after the water got removed. So now, look at that. The breeze whips up a bit of a storm. We might need to extend maybe some of the particles. Maybe instead of this. Yeah, when it's slower, it sticks around a little bit longer. Ooh. Maybe a few of these. There's no like crazy sounds, but this I think is a little better. There's like some water sounds, some air sounds, and we got rain. So this actually leaves me with a question for you. What do you think would be a good cooldown for this? Like we get a rainstorm, it only lasts for 2.5 minutes, and we never guarantee thunder. Although if thunder was going to happen at this time, it could happen now that there's rain. So what should be our cooldown for the goat horn? Should it be like a day? Should it be like, you know, multiple days? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Oh wow, it's already clearing up. I was gonna test some stuff in the water here because for our creaking farm, I was trying to think about how to harvest resin fast, and I was like, oh, if it grows underwater, will it immediately pop off? You know, kind of like a torch, you know? Oh, step 1, creakings can spawn if their heart is underwater. That's a good sign. Ooh. Some spawned underwater, but didn't pop off. Okay, here's another interesting idea. We also will get a chance to maybe see how far the resin can spread. But if we could just push this pillar up and down, that would be a really easy way to collect this stuff. Doesn't look like it goes more than 2 blocks in either direction. So if I push this... Oh! Clever. You can't push this, can you? It's becoming more efficient as I do this. Okay, basically though, we have some creaking, we hit them a few times, we get stuff on there, and we can push it off like that. And so we can clean all of them at once pretty simply. So I'm mining out this area for a creaking farm. For a moment, imagine that it's like a 2x2 spawning radius from the creaking heart. So I'm doing this, and I'm like, okay, you know, if we mine out all those blocks, then the creaking won't spawn anywhere outside of it. But what I realized is I could have just, you know, left all the blocks there except for one. And then of course they'll only spawn here. Like, I don't actually need to mine all of this, but at this point I'm probably just gonna go through with it. But yeah, I feel like burying the creaking heart would be a totally legit strategy. Wow. That was more ambitious than I was really thinking about, but it's done now. Our first one is gonna go here. Oh, a thunderstorm. We actually need a thunderstorm. I've decided I really like the pale logs for this because the resin is super easy to see on them. Like, look at that. Oh, we have resin, you know. Oh, hey, these guys already transformed. Awesome. Sweet. Our collection system is working too. Getting some gold nuggets. Cool. Okay, I just discovered something. I was putting a bunch of the... Ow. I was putting a bunch of the logs in weird directions, and I noticed it actually seems... Yeah, it's like spreading around the corner there. It's going even sideways, even though it's not in the correct direction with the heart. It seems to max out at 2 blocks away, but we might need to rethink this configuration. I was just going to do a bunch of pillars, you know, and just have them next to each other like that, but... So there's 2 spots, and if I add 1 here, we have 2 more spots, and then, yeah, 2 additional. Okay. So based on that, I think the most efficient shape would be a diamond. Well, this is potentially expensive, but it does work. So it gives an air block of space for each of these locations. And by the way, if there's 2 resin there, you break that, you still get 2 resin back. Anyway, so when we punch this down, because all the spaces are taken up, the resin flies out, and we'll be able to collect it with water below probably. But we would need one of these for each quadrant on each thing. But then, I mean, we would need less creaking hearts, so it could be worth it. The shape is working. Okay, so one last thing I want to test here, and it's not looking super promising. I want to know if it can generate if it's blocked off. Oh, it can. There was no resin there. Oh, this is the way to do it. It's that simple. This is how to do it. Okay. We found our method, I think. Man, that is going to be kind of expensive, but it'll work. Now for triggering, I was actually thinking we might be able to use a calibrated skulk sensor. So we either have 7, where mobs or players getting damaged, and 13. So we'll take a look at both of those. If 13 triggers by the resin, then that's probably the best. Okay, so I made one of these up there. Time to see if it works. Oh, it does. We are so in business. So once it places the resin, it sends a signal, chops off the resin, which means that we have maximum growing slots available. And that really is the most difficult part of the farm. So I guess I'll just make 4 more of these. Well, actually 8 more total because of the bottom half. Oh, also I made this tinted glass so we could kind of see if the stuff is growing in there, but it's kind of too dark. I might try regular glass, but I don't know if the items will pop out properly, so yeah, we'll see. It's working! It's working! Oh, look at the beautiful resin raining down. All right, we have I think a working setup here. So there's a water stream, pours it into the center, and there's a bubble stream all the way underneath that brings the items right up here. So we'll probably AFK here, have the creaking spawn here, and then we'll just punch it periodically. And I guess we need probably a hopper or something. And there the items come right through. Okay, perfect. Yes. Look at the resin popping out. I'm gonna see how much I can get in one night. You know, the cool thing about this location, by the way, is that this is the mob farm. AFK spot, by no accident, is right here. So I can just get some resin while I'm, you know, getting some mobs spawning over there. Oh, there he goes. So, okay. I'm like remembering those spots. How much do we get? We started with what, 20? Oh, for just one night, that is not bad. I think this hedgehog design is pretty cool. I just need to put in some obsidian. So now if something gets stuck in there, yeah, it'll get punched out to the side. Okay. I have so much resin. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's awesome. One of the quadrants only works part of the time. But since it's instantly, oh, there it worked. Since it's instantly clearing, it doesn't really matter. It just grows in all the other areas. And you can see I added glazed terracotta instead of obsidian, except for where I absolutely had to put obsidian. Oh, it's that time, I guess. This is like a night and a half of farming. Oh man, we might have to add like some dogs or something in the future to automatically hit them. And that way it could truly be AFK, because I think it has to be player kills. But I'm pretty happy with what we accomplished today. So that's a pretty cool design. I really like that we came up with like something different. And the cool thing is we could add as many of these as we want, right? We could, you know, put 4 or 5 and then one sweeping hit, you know, gets multiple creakings in one go. But for now, I'm pretty happy with one. And this orange armor trim, I absolutely love it. I don't think I'm going back. I'm going to enjoy my resin. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. But that's going to be it for me. So I'll catch you in the next one. Later.